Hi everyone, welcome back. Sorry if I don't look or sound the best today. I'm not feeling very well, but I really wanted to get this video done. I've been wanting to make a video for a while about my experiences within the new online eclectic witchcraft tradition that I have been involved with, and it is called the IDGAF Tradition. And just a language warning for this video, I will put it in the down bar, but there will be some language in this video, specifically the F-bomb, so just so that you know if you're at work or if you've got kids in the house or what have you. But yeah, getting on with it. The IDGAF Tradition stands for the I Don't Give a Fuck Tradition. It's a very controversial name. Some people have been put off or kind of offended by it. One person even did a whole YouTube video about how they think it's terrible that people don't give a fuck about their spirituality and they're kind of reducing it to I don't give a fuck, but that's not what they were getting at all with the name. You know, they could have called it the Unicorn Sparkle Farts Tradition or something like that, but they didn't. They just called it what it was, and we have a saying here in Australia that we call a spade a fucking shovel, so I thought the name was great and I wasn't put off by it at all. But to me what it's about is we give all the fucks to our spirituality, and then as for what other people think about it, there are zero fucks left to give. And that's really what it's about for me. You know, within paganism these days, there's too much kind of witch wars that go on about, you know, people saying if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you're not a real witch and this kind of thing. And I've really got no time left for that anymore because I'm too busy getting on with the business of growing and enriching my own spiritual path in a way that suits me. So I really can't be bothered worrying what other people think. And to me, that's what it's all about. And the founders of this member are 4 people from Canada, Amy, Heather, Drew, and Renee. And they wanted to come up with they wanted to start a new tradition that was accessible and welcoming to people, you know, and there's a real need for that today. You know, we all need to have a community where we feel welcomed and where we can just be ourselves and not worry about what other people think, and just grow in the way that we want to grow. So I think it's really important to have things like that these days, that you don't have to pay to join. So just a little bit about my experiences in the tradition. I first saw one of Renee's videos, so she's got a fair few videos related to the IDGAF Tradition on her channel, and I thought, oh okay, I might check that out. So I went and looked at the website, and I've got it in front of me now. I thought about pardon me, doing a screen share, but I really don't think that's necessary. It's not a difficult website to navigate at all. It's very simple to navigate. And so what I looked at is you go to what is IDGAF, you've got the home tab, and then you've got what is IDGAF, and under that tab you've got about and tenets. And I won't go over them all because you can find it quite easily, but it does say in the tenets that we expect our members and initiates to act like adults and resolve any personal conflicts appropriately. We have a zero tolerance policy against trolling and harassment of any kind. And that didn't sound like a problem for me. You know, I generally don't act like a jerk for no reason, unprovoked. And I've been at the whole adult thing for a few years now. I'm 30 now, so that didn't sound too difficult to me. And another thing I liked is that we're non-hierarchical. There are no high priests or priestesses. We're all either initiates or dedicants, including the 4 founders. So I thought it was really good that they don't raise themselves on a pedestal above the other members. You know, we're all just equal and we're all here to learn. And there's no grand high poo bars, which I think is really good, and that really suits me. So, you know, that might appeal to you as well. And I'm not here to try and get new members. I don't think that any witchcraft tradition is ever trying to, you know, entice people to join kind of thing. But we do want to be very welcoming and accessible to people who are interested and who do think that it would be good for them. So yeah, if you think that it's a good fit for you, then check it out. And then under initiation you've got requirements and continuing practice. So the requirements are basically that you have a 6-month intensive study period, and it's a dedicant process where you have to, you know, put in a certain amount of work, and there's certain requirements that you have to do in terms of study and practice, and including also a little bit of land stewardship, where you have to find somewhere outdoors that you can connect to and look after that area. And when I looked at it all felt very achievable for me. You know, there's nothing in there that's kind of doesn't sound like something that I would be doing anyway, or that I feel that I should be doing anyway. So to me that sounded really good. And you know, I'm just a stay-at-home mum at the moment, so the only responsibilities I have is like looking after my house and my son, so I don't have a whole lot of other things on, so it sounded totally achievable to me. If you have a more full-time job, or you know, if you're studying at the moment, I'm not going to say don't join IDGAF, but just take that into consideration, that you will have to plan your time a bit better to work around these things. Over the 6-month period, it is very important. So just something to take into consideration. And yeah, and then you've got resources, you've got your reading list and About Us contact, and then if you click on IDGAF mentor list, there is a picture of my mug with a little bio. So I'm now a mentor, and I've taken on my first mentee, which is really exciting. I'm really excited to work with him, so that'll be really good. And yeah, so you've got an FAQ there as well, so some frequently asked questions that people ask. And yeah, it just talks about, you know, why the name IDGAF, and I've talked a little bit about that already. But it's fantastic. It's a really good website, and I recommend that you check it out if you're interested. But yeah, so they've got an email address provided there. And so I emailed them on that, and the person who answered my email was Amy, pardon me. And because she answered my email, I thought, well, maybe you could just be my mentor. So she became my mentor, and she's really helped me along the way. You know, I had a lot of momentum to start with. Oh, there goes my stove. I'm just cooking soup at the moment, so it'll be fine. But yeah, so yeah, I had a lot of momentum to start with. I kind of was reading really quickly, and the practice wasn't a problem for me. I was getting through it all really well. And it was really beneficial for me. And unfortunately I did drop off a little bit towards the end. Like I didn't get my final book in time, and then I read really slowly, and it took me a while with Christmas coming up and all that kind of thing, just getting busy with getting around to doing the initiation ritual. So they ended up having to just send me an email and tell me, you know, look, come on, you've got to make it a priority. So yeah, and I was kind of nervous about, I know this may sound silly, but doing it wrong, and I did it, and it went really well, and I was really glad that I did it. And I'm glad to be part of the tradition now. We've got a really great community on there. It's slowly growing. We're slowly starting to get more members, and it's just great to be part of a warm, welcoming community like that, where you can be yourself, and it doesn't matter what you're learning or what you're, you know, which ideas and beliefs you're kind of developing, as long as you are growing and developing, and as long as you are learning. So I think that's really fantastic, and there needs to be more of it. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a really good day, and if you're interested, I hope that you will check out the website. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, blessed be. Bye.